Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. That's a pretty scary dragon he's riding, but check this out. We can actually see his army now, we got close enough, and it's not very impressive. I have to say, I have not been, these dark shards, not blowing me away. They seem to be kind of bad. Okay, Circia, you're not going anywhere. You are doing the best thing you could possibly be doing, just standing right there. I don't even really know how she's increasing the cash flow of the area, honestly. She does magic, and there's more trade goods, or... maybe she's just over there transmuting lead into gold all the time. Alright. Is he gonna... oh, we're gonna do this. Okay. I mean, I kind of think that this is very much in my favor. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Because we have 12 units in that garrison. I think there's a dragon. There might be a dragon. I'm not sure. You know what? No, I don't think I built the thing that makes the dragon yet. But in any case, we have 50% more units there than he does. I have a wizard. I have... like a pretty significant health advantage because his army is not at full health. It seems crazy to me that he didn't turn around when he saw our big army show up. Well, whatever. I'm not going to complain about it. If he wants to let me just devour one of his stacks, that would actually be really cool. Now, I should say, I don't know how good Malekith actually is in a fight like himself. He's pretty leveled up. It looks like he has all of his purple items and stuff. Oh, what is this now? Ah, yes, Life in the Lagoon. Another one of these. So, plus 20 influence would be handy. And I think our public order is in a really good place. 5 turns of -5 public order again. Now, you know, we'll pay the gold. I don't want to have rebellions popping up. I don't think it would be an issue. But I don't want to have rebellions popping up. I don't want any chance of that while we're dealing with all these dark elves coming out of nowhere. So, the balance of power bar... oh, okay. I was going to say, the balance of power must be a little bit more even than I was thinking. Otherwise, this is a crazy thing for him to do. But no, it just turns out he did a crazy thing. Well, we could manual this because it's a large battle. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be a very interesting battle. Let's have a quick look at his stuff. 12% weapon damage, that's a big deal. Attacks cause a discouraged effect, reducing leadership, and it has the ability Destroyer, which inflicts Destroyer for 45 seconds. What does that actually do? That's not a very good description. That's pretty good, 20% physical resistance. That's very significant. He's good at using his power of darkness. He has a supreme spell shield. I mean, he has a lot of legendaries. Anyway... I just don't think it's going to be a very exciting battle. We have fought these basic Dark Elf troops before. We know how they roll. And the fact is, they're not very impressive. I think we'll do an execute. We stole their Wailing Banner, which is cool. Plus 10% income from raiding, and Tyrion gains Frenzy. Okay. Frenzy is while your leadership is high, you get bonus stats. 12% weapon damage on a good fighting lord is significant. We're at 580 weapon strength. So another 3% weapon strength during the coming battles, because we already have the big boost against Dark Elves. Against... yeah, none of these are totally amazing. Let's finish off Valor of Ages. It seems good.
A worthy ally.
So Fiery Convocation, when overcast, just does more damage. We can get the cost down a little bit. It's actually an incredibly expensive spell when overcast. What about this thing? Honestly, neither one of these spells seems like things I want to use my winds to do, but I do want Arcane Conduit. so we'll build up to it. Well, now that Malekith committed suicide for no reason, as far as I can tell, I suppose we don't really want to go anywhere. We want to sit here and have a little bit of replenishment, don't we? Okay, I need one more turn of growth. I'm not sure if demolishing this will cause us to lose its growth, but oh, actually it doesn't matter. We only need 5 growth, so yeah. Let's demolish this. Next turn we can start building this, start building a new, more meaningful thing in that slot. Alright, Vera is, I'm assuming, not quite close enough to attack Tor Enrock. Oh, maybe. Hard to tell. We definitely need this, though. If we could get to being able to run 4 stacks full time.
Pull back, Asur.
Oh, I have to... Sure. I have to make at least one siege object before I can get in there. Yeah, another gold mine might allow us to run 4 stacks, right? Because we're still at 3448.
Lord of the Phoenix Court.
So we definitely need some archers. What else do we want here? It might be a good idea to have some, either some cavalry or even some of these guys, or like Silverhelms or something, you know, just so that we can threaten enemy siege pieces more effectively, or even get into their archers and mess them up. These enchanted bows fire 3 arrows at once. That does seem kind of cool. They have bonus anti-infantry damage on their melee attack. 164 missile damage is quite a lot, isn't it? Why don't we pick up a couple of these? This is interesting to me. Never been much of a chariot guy. Pick up a couple of these, and then some more traditional archers. He could use 4 more units, so this will put us on 3 units of normal archers. We could go a little bit better. I don't really think we need the extra armor archers, because our archers don't really get attacked all that much. And we could definitely use the upkeep savings. Man, the difference between shielded Silverhelms and normal Silverhelms is very, very small in terms of stats, but quite a bit of recruitment time, actually. We'll add a unit of these guys for additional cavalry charges on weak dudes and stuff. And actually, let's cut the archers. We'll recruit these 2 archers through the global pool. And then we could grab like 2 more units of White Lions, which are just very well suited to this army's leader and stuff. There we go. So that'll be a real stack next turn. We'll probably be pretty low on income, though, once that's built. Oh, that's right. I want to put my Lore Master in here, so we probably don't need... Yeah, let's skip these.
Your will.
Not you.
What do you seek? Poeth protects them.
Maybe I should cut one of the chariots and have a normal unit of... Nah, we're good.
My attention.
We'll handle enemy artillery and stuff by just rushing them with archers and the chariots.
Is noble.
Definitely not.
So I kind of want this guy to be in range to intercept this army, because I want him to assassinate their assassin.
What news?
So I guess he doesn't really need to go anywhere right now. We'll just do this.
Destruction.
Of the White Tower.
Okay, Circuit's not going anywhere. Arathal is, I guess, starting to pick up yellow stuff. It's not totally impossible he could end up in a battle somewhere. So you're doing what you need to do. You're sieging. They have a lot of stuff in the water out here, but most of it actually is black arcs, which can't, as far as I know, affect land. This is the only thing we really need to worry about right now. Oh, that's right. I was going to go around the beach. That's the whole reason I didn't... Well, whatever. Too late now. Highvale's just going to be mad at us. We'll deal with it. So we have a lot of money left. We should definitely be upgrading stuff still. Public order is not totally fantastic here. Alright. We're getting pretty close to running our first real ritual. It's gonna happen soon. Alright, what do we got? It's weird how we lose vision of the sea areas when our turn ends sometimes. Because we're supposed to be able to see the entire sea all the time, aren't we? Oh, what is this? What is my camera doing? It teleported to the map origin, I think. It teleported to 0, and then slowly ran back up here. Well, hopefully Avalorn sees this as an opportunity and hits the Phoenix Gate.
Now that you are here, I will hear your...
No. That's alright. They did in fact hit the Phoenix Gate, and they lost. Well...
Greetings.
Crap.
The Phoenix...
I guess there's nothing to compel these guys to turn around. Having to deal with both of their stacks at once could be a problem. We do have Lightning Strike, though. We just need to make sure we don't get caught out of position. So first of all, these guys should not be sitting here in march stance. Just in case the city gets attacked. What is this? The Shrine of the Widowmaker. Wow, that's pretty good. And then this will give us additional garrison. Yeah, this place could actually... It's going to take 20 turns to build. Oh, because the... Yeah, plus 100% construction time for all buildings. Unfortunately, that building has a 10-turn base construction time, I guess. That's pretty weird. It's also very expensive. It'll be nice to have one once we have it, though. So, do you have any heroes? No.
I await your command.
Alright, what do we got here? 80%. Not bad. And we actually killed him. Okay, I think that's something that would be tough to overcome. They'll be able to, you know, hire in a new...
Lethal grace given form.
Alright, we'll let that finish. They'll be able to hire in a new unit of Dark Shards or something to replace him, but the loss of a hero can be pretty significant. So, Tordranil is part of this area. Okay. Oh, well, that sound you're hearing is the tape coming off of my Christmas lights, and now they're just kind of falling all over the place. Do I want to stay here at the Shrine of Cain? What is the garrison? Okay, it's nothing special. It does have some silver helms. Can we make this happen this turn? Now that we have a siege thing?
We fight!
I need to make a little bit of money. That is probably too little. That honestly might not be enough either. Let's just occupy. Alright, found a random crappy sword. What I was thinking is that we need to get the Shrine of Cain upgraded to level 3 as quickly as possible, but not super cheap to do so. Alright, so we got all this stuff. Plus relations with the High Elves and Lizard Men is not super important. This would be nice. +5 diplomatic relations with all factions is not bad. But maybe we should go back to doing some military research. So, armor for spearmen and archers. We have some fancier units now. Still don't really have any eagles. We do have a lot of these, though. I'm pretty sure we don't need to push cultural advancements too hard. Let's start picking up bonuses for our cavalry. She's gonna have to ride to Tyrion's rescue pretty soon, I think. Alright, well, what can we do in this settlement? Gold mine's already up. We're just short of being able to upgrade it. Yeah, alright, I guess we're waiting. Not totally satisfying, and I'm honestly pretty concerned about what's going on over here. If they move up on us in a pair, but they have to stop moving up while they're within normal attack range, we can take them on one at a time via lightning strike. And I bet we beat the first stack pretty handily. Having to take on the second group while we're weakened might be dangerous. Okay, the attack on the Phoenix Gate has convinced them to fall back. Which means we're actually already past all of the factions that I care about the military movements of. Apparently the loss of their hero broke their nerve or something. I don't know what's going on. Alright. Okay, this is fine. A High Sister of Avalorn has compiled much practical wisdom and advanced missile techniques, such as trajectory calculus into a manual of sorts. This splendid new tome has been circulated to your armies in order to enhance their training regimes. The experience of missile unit recruits has risen as a result. Yeah. So, unfortunately, that happened right after we finished recruiting our big army.
Servant of the king.
No!
You have my attention.
Wow. The odds of this working are very poor. Oh, because I just did an assassination. Yeah, that... Okay. Why don't we try to secure influence?
There will be carnage.
We'll try assaulting units next turn, maybe.
Shield against the darkness.
Because I do want to soften them up. Yeah, we gotta get this improved. I do want to soften them up for when we get over there, but also we're not in a super hurry because we're still replenishing pretty slowly due to it being a not favorable neighborhood.
Can I offer assistance?
So what's going to be the best way to get this army up here? Probably we just cross the water, land at Evershale. Oh, that's right. We can't just travel through the Phoenix Gate. We don't own it. Although we could run the army up to the Phoenix Gate and then sandwich it from the other side. And in fact, we probably should. That probably is exactly what we want to do with him.
I serve the king.
We can grab these remnants of battle on the way. Maybe that might add a turn to our travel. That might be unwise. Oh, hey, Skull Reef. Well, we'll have to go and get that. Four turns until the spearmen are completely replenished. We're not going to wait 4 turns, but we'll give it another 1 in the city, and then we'll start marching again.
I bid you welcome, traveler. What would you wish to discuss?
Trespasses don't seem to be too big a deal. Should we spend influence to make these guys friendlier?
I will strive to be courteous, but no
Unwise.
I'm just thinking we could be trading with them. We could have military access, so I don't have to worry about trespassing. It might be worth it.
Anad? And what can the Dawi do for you?
We've got to be getting pretty close to being able to overcome these guys' alphaphobia.
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear.
I don't agree. I will not obey.
Listen, I'm not going to act surprised that everybody has a problem with the elves, but it is a little bit of a bummer. The Order of Lore Masters has confederated the Citadel of Dusk. That's not really a big deal, I don't think. We lose a trade agreement there, but I don't think it was a particularly valuable one, and it probably has some effect on our trade agreement with the Order of Lore Masters, although it's hard to say exactly what that will be. And Avalorn really has a lot of agents running around doing nothing. I don't want to hit fast forward until we're... Alright. Until we're past the all the factions that are present on this landmass. So it looks like the Dark Elves are not really threatening us. I guess this is a defensive stack backed up by a defensive Black Arc. Okay, see, this is interesting. There's a line, there's a big circle around it. What does that mean? Any armies within the Black Arc sphere of influence may recruit from it. Casualty replenishment rate up within the sphere of influence. Okay. That's pretty handy. And then it has a bunch of bombardment spells. Do those work on battles within the sphere of influence? It's like it's a mobile artillery platform.
Tyrion, heir of an Aryan.
If that is how that works, that's pretty cool.
Can I offer assistance?
I think we can probably swing through here. Okay, I'll keep an attrition down. Small boost to the treasury. We're actually still making a lot more money than I thought we might be. So what else do we need to do? Well, we do need to make the dragon structure at some point. Actually, hold up. Tor and Rock should get first priority. Alright, now we do stuff in other places. Okay. We definitely have to get that wall structure as upgraded as possible. Alright, how much damage does he do when he does this?
Foolish request.
That's significant, actually. And it doesn't exhaust him, so we just keep doing that.
Magic.
We're definitely not spending population on that. Not until we max out that gold mine. Is it time to ride out yet? Maybe we want to wait until the White Lions are in place. We'll just ignore these guys for now and push the Phoenix Gate. It's going to mean a slow couple of turns, unfortunately. Okay, that's probably a good thing, actually. The fact that Sildra Tor just allowed a confederation probably means that the Lizardmen are winning that war. Right, because I think sort of the Mexico and Central America area of the fantasy Americas over there was a war raging between Hexawaddle and Sildra Tor. Interesting. I guess they felt like the Phoenix Gate was not something they could take over. They've given up and now they're running to the next gate. Well, if they manage to draw off the Dark Elf army so that we can go after the Phoenix Gate without it being too heavily defended, that's pretty good for us. What is this? What are you doing? Yeah, you better get in the ocean. This kind of stuff makes me nervous. It's hard to tell what the AI is thinking. Okay, wow. Nagorond is really pushing hard on the rituals. I'm starting to get a little concerned.
Noble son of Ulthuan.
Wow, that army really rode out. Jeez. How close can we get our White Lions?
Across the waves.
Alright, so I think next turn is the turn, which means we gotta start moving out over here as well.
Servant of the king.
On to adventure.
And I guess I'll run him over here. He can assault the garrison or something right before we go.
Are yours to
Since he apparently can't keep up with the army he was harassing before. Alright, we will want those as upgraded as possible when we do our ritual, which will be, you know, eventually, sometime.
What would you have of me?
Alright, this is probably good enough.
We shall not rest. Your word?
Try to go around their land since they're being kind of weird. I don't think I should be in a position where I'm vulnerable here. I found a ranger standard, which is not terribly exciting.
Not prevail.
And also 10,000 gold, which is fairly exciting. Yeah, we gotta do something about these black arcs. It seems like they're not terribly powerful themselves, maybe? They don't have a lot of units in them to start with, at least. We might be able to break these down if we just catch them. So with 10,000 money, we're 5 turns off of this upgrade. Jeez, man. Let's have a quick look. Where are we at on happiness now that we are no longer getting free happiness from an event? Alright, things are not great here. Part of that is going to be instability, but most of it is not.
And darkness stalks the land.
We really need to get another level here and then start building up an entertainment structure. 8 turns until we have the population to do that, unfortunately. We definitely don't want to turn off taxation. I guess we should probably finally start building Canthel's walls. We will want it to be walled when the Chaos Warriors start showing up.
Our traditions make us strong.
Alright, public order is increasing rapidly here. We've got walls in both the minor settlements. Honestly, we should probably try to have upgraded walls, upgraded major settlement walls in as many places as possible as well. So we have another port that needs upgrading. We actually still have a lot of things to do with cash. We have not run short. So I assume this army returns to the Phoenix Gate, and then we may have a very large and important battle here in a second. Hopefully, we can be enough of a distraction that the Unicorn Gate can get taken as well. I suppose I probably should have watched Avalorn's turn at normal speed, because I'm curious. I'm not sure if there's a big benefit to holding the gates myself, or if I just want them to be in friendly hands. But I think I would be fine with Avalorn taking the Unicorn Gate. What? I do not have time for court nonsense right now. Recruitment cost up? Sure. Alright, so they are running a whole stack. Wait, where did the army that was at the Phoenix Gate go? Is it in ambush mode somewhere? Maybe.
Noble. Adventure awaits.
Why don't we see if we can, Well, I don't see him.
Never.
This isn't the same army. Is it Caliph? Actually, that might be. Yeah. How would they have gotten over there, though? No, it can't be. Right, because they... Oh, no, they go before Avalorn does, so I guess they could have march moded the army all the way through here, and then Avalorn falls in behind or something?
As you say.
Yeah, I think Avalorn just lost a battle with this army, so
At your
maybe
service.
that is in fact what happened.
I second this. I go.
Nope, the army's right here.
Lead the Asur.
Well, we had to fight him, and I don't think this is a big deal. And if we can take these guys out here, it's going to make the gate trivial. If we can take these guys out here. They do have an ambush on us. I don't think I remember their army being particularly impressive. It's just large. Well, we'll get to see a lore master in action here. I think this will be the first time we've used Sword Masters of Hoeth as well. I think our chariots should be very powerful. Getting caught with multiple artillery pieces can be kind of a bummer. We'll probably have a hard time defending them. Man, I really hope we don't lose this battle and have Alistair die. Somebody pointed out in the comments of the last episode, by the way, that Alistair is not, in fact, a lore character. He is a character that was put into the game as part of a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing. So a kid wanted a white lion properly represented, probably his own white lion character that he made up. And I think it's super cool, first of all, that they did that, and secondly, that they kind of didn't make a big deal about it. Like, I had to ask somebody, and it's not obvious from the character. It's just like a really nice thing to do. Alright, well, this is ominous. He is cool looking, I'll say that. Also, that is a heck of a sword that our lore master has. Alright, so hold up. Where are we... That's the ambush? Do they know what an ambush is? I mean, I guess we're pretty spread out. I don't know, this doesn't seem like a great ambush position. So, we actually don't have to move forward very much with these guys. Alright, double time it over to here. And again, we have that high elf range advantage. So let's have a quick look at what we're up against. Corsairs, a lot of Corsairs. Really a lot of Corsairs. Some normal archers, bleak swords, dread spears. They have a couple units of artillery of their own. Honestly, not a very good army, I think. They got a lot of ranged units. So it'll be tricky for our units to walk in on them. But we have stuff like the ability to deflect shots. The art of deflecting arrows with a greatsword is painful to learn. So I'm assuming that just like gives us some extra missile resist or something. We effectively have shielded, despite the fact that we do not carry shields. So they get to be two-hand weapon infantry that also have shields, basically. That's cool. I guess, honestly, we have the high ground. They could come to us. So we have spells, right? We have a spell. Shem's Burning Gaze. Good against armor, good against large combatants, good from a high angle. What's the range on this look like? Oh, it's actually quite long. Alright, something to think about. Not something we're going to use right away, obviously. So I'm just going to have us sort of fall back and wait. It's not really a thing to be rushing for. I do want the archers and stuff to run. Okay, let's just fall back and get into receiving position. They'll come to us. It is going to take a while for the artillery to get into the position I told them to get into. Maybe I should pick something closer. Let's see how that does for range. Actually, it's probably fine. They don't seem to be facing quite the direction that a professional might have put them in. Are you guys just about done? Alright, let's try to guide these guys through the gap here. We get to fling out some pretty high damage missiles. Wow, you are really taking a lot of fire. The good news is it seems to be very distracting. Alright, so this is a guy with a sword and a shield. My suspicion is that Alistair is an extremely good fighter. 65 attack, 57 defense. Oh, that's right, he has his ring. .57 attack, 55 defense on this wizard. I think I'm gonna have the two of them go mess with this dude, and we'll have our swordmasters fall forward here. The time has come for charging into battle. We're getting to the point where they're going to be able to start fighting back, so... I don't know, this might be kind of tough. This might turn out to be more difficult than I was hoping. The artillery certainly don't seem to have gotten a lot of work done. Let's try using some of our spells here. Actually, you know what? Go into melee mode. Because they have pretty good melee stats, right? We can probably stop the firing almost immediately. Yeah, wow, look at the crew going flying. Okay, so we have... We are asking a lot of our swordmasters. Holy crap, Alistair! Either he hits a lot harder than his stats imply, or that spell that comes from his ring was really, really powerful. It might be the latter, actually. It might just be that it's a really good spell. Alright. We're going to have to go after these guys. So it looks like they took apart a normal unit of... Like, Bleak Swords are tier 1 infantry, I think. They're not anything impressive. That's not a big deal that that happened. We are liable to get kited a little bit here. Have to keep an eye out. Try to make sure that doesn't happen. Try to make sure that we have somebody running at as many of these ranged units as possible. So it's okay to use him for fighting, right? He's not going to just like fall over and die. Now he's got 3,700 health. He's got a little bit less health than Alistair, but he's got good melee stats, he's got good armor. Yeah, he should be okay to actually be in a fight. It seems to be going alright. Do another little charge here. Alright, that'll make things a little bit easier for us.
Understood.
Ever vigilant. Lawmaster of Poet.
Wow! That's a pretty effective spell, I think.
Acknowledge. White lions. Archers for the king. Lawmaster of Poet.
Boy, they sure do have a lot of guys in total here. So this spell is pretty cheap, it's pretty spammable, seems to do alright damage. Wow, yeah, pretty alright damage. And then he just runs at dudes with his giant sword and they flee. This is a good army. I'm having a lot of fun playing this army. Oh, they've popped their thing. So you guys go back into melee mode and just charge. Seems like we are still having that problem sometimes where people forget the orders they were given. Right, my artillery is still doing fine work. Alistair's in there fighting their lord and some bleak swords and whatever. He doesn't seem to really care. I bet this straight up kills that guy. So the two of you, I need you to pursue these guys into the forest. Okay. Yep. Enemy lord is instantly dead. Their artillery crew is coming in. I don't know that that's going to turn out as well for them as they're hoping. Looks like we're doing an okay job of chasing them into the forest, but actually my units are getting pretty torn up in here. You know what? Fall back, fall back. Where is... I need these guys to fall back until they get their friends back. Okay. He should probably wheel around and help us with these guys. And then... we can just put archers on those dudes. Actually, what we probably should do is have the closest two archers come forward and drive these guys back, hopefully. And then these archers can do the other stuff because they're a little further away from the dangerous guys in the forest back there. Oh, we're doing a good job of pushing them off the map. I do wish I had more cavalry, though. The fact that they can fire while moving sucks. That hurts. Okay, so he's about done with that. This unit of chariots is broken and fleeing after losing a melee fight with some hand bows, it looks like. I have to imagine that, like, this charge should be pretty effective, right? I guess trees are a problem for charging. Alright, turn around. The retreat to arms is complete. Now we're no longer retreating.
Weapons ready!
Lawmaster of Poem.
This is tough with them being in the trees. Are you gonna cast that, or what's... Doesn't quite have the range, I guess? I mean, all we have to do is chase them to the edge of the map, and then they have to either give up or stand and fight us.
Without fail, for our ancestors! It will be done!
Alright, let's maybe reorient our siege gear a little bit here. Probably not going to be terribly effective given all the tree cover, but we can at least be hurling projectiles. If nothing else, it's scary.
Forward! For duty! Acknowledge! Orders proceed!
Lawmaster of
This is one of the most annoying things about fighting in trees. This thing happens where they, the enemies go invisible repeatedly. Somehow your guys lose sight of them. And the moment a unit that you were targeting becomes invisible to you, it seems like you lose your orders. And so your units will just stop moving. Okay, that should help with the catching up to them. Still can't cast the spell for some reason. Whoa, what was that? They're casting spells on us. Alright, well, these chariot units are not quite doing what I was hoping they would be doing. There we go. We finally got a hit out of that.
Swordmaster of Poem! March!
Right, they're in the corner of the map now. They don't really have a lot of places left to run. Where are my... Yeah, my archers and stuff. We kind of have to collapse in on them, I think. Also, over here, this is still happening, apparently. Well, keep chasing them. You're winning. It's annoying, because this is actually making it really hard. The battle's not ending, because this stuff is still happening. All this tree cover is a real bummer.
Tyrion chariots!
Charge!
Hold back!
Nope, never mind. They saw enemies and got scared again. Alright, those guys are trapped. Okay, they're finally breaking. Well, we beat the ambush. It was costlier than I wanted. Yeah, we lost about a third of our forces, including one of the chariot units entirely. Looks like probably a unit of white lions entirely as well. Well, I'm not sure how retreating from an ambush works. I know if I'm ambushed and my force loses, I don't get to retreat.
Triumphed. Subjugate them.
I think we definitely need to take
Knowledge
replenishment.
is power.
Okay, but ambushers do get to retreat, and they get to, while retreating, run back as far as they please, apparently.
Never! Shield against the darkness.
Man, this chaos corruption really
I serve
sucks.
the king. A true Asur.
Okay, So we can pick up some sword buffs. We can pick up some more spells. So they have a weird mix of things from different schools of magic, it looks like. Since wild form is a powerful buff. Earthblood is a heal that used to be quite good, but I think got nerfed. Harmonic Convergence is a good buff. Spirit Leech is a very powerful direct damage spell. And then they get Metal Shifting and Life Leeching? Wow. And eventually just a 10% ward save? These guys seem great. I think let's focus up the magic for now.
Our traditions give me strength.
I'd really like to having both life leeching and metal smithing. That seems good. So do I think I will have enough movement to hit the Phoenix Gate in normal stance from here? I think, yeah, probably. So we'll take a turn of replenishment here on the border.
Short-sighted.
Going into ambush mode is not going to do anything. Yeah, alright. They could ride out from Toranlek to attack us. If they do, it will be a bummer.
Destruction.
He doesn't have enough move.
Charting a course.
Alright, let's go hit toward Drenel with Vera. We're about to outnumber their armies in the area. And if we can break their hold on the gates, I have a hard time imagining them sticking around much longer. We won't be able to go and wipe them out or anything. We got a lot of stuff to do. We're about to have enough population surplus to be done with population. So actually we can probably demolish that.
Restore order.
We do need more... Okay, we're going to have some more public order here in a second. I think our settlements, our cities, are pretty much under control. Nagarythe is never going to be good. It's just a problem we're going to have to deal with forever. And this will be good eventually. Alright. Do we want to run an invocation? This actually might be a good one to run now. Or Isha, you know what? Boosted casualty replenishment rate. Actually, super relevant. And making us immune to attrition. Or, it's not immune, right? Oh no, yeah, completely immune to attrition. That'll help with rooting out the last of these chaos forces. Alright. If anything exciting is going to happen, it's going to happen right here on this screen. Alright, Vera got a pretty important buff there. I do love extra movement range. Okay, so this army's back up to full strength. They got a replacement hero. I don't think we're within range of the city. The town. Oh, okay, they have another full stack coming up behind us. Man, this really sucks. We're probably never going to not be just constantly bombarded by these guys, and that's going to make it difficult for us to focus on our other things. Alright, somewhere, rats are making trouble for someone else. I am overjoyed for that not to be my problem. The good news is we pulled the army away from the gate. And honestly, if we can just push the Dark Elves off of Ulthuan, we probably just need to post like 2 armies in the northwest corner, and we should be able to run them around and fend off any more probing attacks. It's just getting them off the island is going to be the tricky part. Hey Illyrian, feel free to like do hero actions against the Dark Elf armies and stuff. No, they're not going to. Alright, we can fast forward from here. So this turn should be the Battle of the Phoenix Gate. We have a stack and 3/4, roughly. They have the 20 units that are in the garrison, plus, these terrible guys. They're actually outside of reinforcement range? No, for some reason they are not. That's very insane. Dangerously insane, I might say.
To victory! Attack!
So I can lightning strike, lock these guys out of the battle, and just go 20 for 20 with the settlement garrison here. So what are we looking at? I see hydras, I see dragons, I see dinosaurs. I see a lot of terrifying stuff, actually. Okay, you know what? I don't have time to get into a big battle right now, but...
lust for battle.
Okay, Tyrion, I hear you.
For my queen.
We're gonna hit in circle. We're gonna do other stuff that we have to do this turn. Actually, you know what? Now, we should be able to attack these guys without... Yeah, the Phoenix Gate can no longer reinforce them.
The Asur follow straight.
Run them the hell over. Take what replenishment we can get.
Sunfang hungers.
Okay. And our hero probably needs to get
Adventure awaits.
back over here. He has stuff he's going to have to do to Dark Elves next turn. We probably, unfortunately, as unexciting as this is, probably have to go ahead and get our blue line stuff up. If we want to be able to get a 4th stack, we need to have everybody paying as little upkeep as possible.
By Asurion.
Okay, so he does need to go into March mode.
Marching out. Glory to the king.
Alright, so now we'll be able to bring our forces. We're going to fight this out manually because I think it will be fun. But we're not going to do it this video.
Answers to me.
Alright, what's up with Vera? Let's do Vera's turn.
Awaiting orders.
So here we have 6 units plus almost a full stack. She could ride back out to sea and grab Selveth, maybe. No, doesn't quite have the movement. We could get a little bit further away. Here's my plan. We're going to get a little bit further away. We're going to get ourselves between Tordrenal and the Unicorn Gate. And we're going to go into ambush mode. So it takes 25% movement. Let's go to, like, here.
On my way.
A place where they would have to walk past to get to the gate. Oh, I was in March mode. Shoot. Well, still, this will prevent them from reinforcing the Unicorn Gate and everything. They could just attack us. My real hope there was that they would run to reinforce the Unicorn Gate and we'd get a great cavalry ambush, which seems like it should be a powerful thing in general. So Tor Enrock is just waiting on population surplus. It's coming very slowly. I think I'm going to demolish this rally field and build a growth building. Alright, Angariel gets this. And, I mean, I don't think we build anything really here. This will give us a little bit more trade income and more income from the one port that we have. It is 800 base income. So another 80 is not horrible. I don't know. That can probably wait. Let's run around over here. So I definitely want to keep upgrading this. Want those walls finished. And then we're kind of out of money, and I still have a port that needs upgrading. 3,200. You know what? Carenthal's walls can wait.
Order must be maintained.
Although this province isn't being taxed. So, actually, I guess those ports are not super important. So next turn we'll be at... Yeah, let's turn this on. We'll gain 2 public order and go to 0. Yeah, we'll need the growth. Alright. Most of our empire is doing pretty well. So, unfortunately, this is where we're probably going to have to stop for today. We should, real quick, we have 40 influence. Let's check out our hero supplies. Well, I guess it might generate new traits by the time we look at them next turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter what we see here. What's percussive? Charge bonus for the entire army? That's pretty cool. There are some neat ones, huh? Wow, that would be a handy guy to have in the really early game. What about Lore Masters? That's cool. A lot more Winds of Magic is always nice. Yeah, this influence for improved heroes thing I think is a really neat system. Anyway, that's going to have to be it for us for today. Come back next time for the Battle of the Phoenix Gate. I expect it'll be a slaughter. And we'll see you then.